Okay, so if there are any announcements to make, just say it.
Alright, I will.
Like if I have time for it.
So, like, we're all ready to go then?
Um, I guess.
Alright, so, timing will begin when I enter the level, so I'll just count down.
Yeah, it always says we can start.
Alright, so, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, hello everyone. So this is Tigger's Honey Hunt. And the goal of the game essentially is to go through the levels and collect honey pots. Because it's Pooh's birthday party, and he ate all of the honey. So we're good friends, so we're going to go and collect some for him. Now right here, you can see this guy's talking to me. And there's a little secret area here. We're going to skip over it because that's slow. Now every level has one of these little secret areas, and they typically will have an item in them, which we don't care about in any percent, and also some honey pots. But the thing is, sometimes it's simply slower to go in there to get the honey pots. You can just get as many as you want going through the level normally. So the first level is one of those levels. Now the movement is pretty basic. It's a platformer game. And we haven't seen anything dangerous yet, but Tigger has 3 lives there, as you can see. And each time you get hit, that number goes down. You can get hit 2 times, and after you get hit the 3rd time, you will die, and you will respawn at the last respawn point. Like right there, I just passed one. And now we're coming up to some boulders. They're pretty hard to dodge. But we got him. Now, scattered throughout the levels are also these little cutscenes. So basically, all of the friends around in the woods, I guess? I'm not sure if they ever actually named the area they lived in. They all have little tasks they want you to accomplish. And ooh, I think I actually missed a honey pot. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, so at the end of every level you need to have a certain amount of honey pots. And if you don't, then Owl gets mad at you and tells you to go back and collect some more. So I don't want Owl to be mad at me. And right there, that was Rabbit's wheelbarrow wheel that he wants. So even though I collected it, I'm not going to bring it back to him. He can just figure out how to do his crops himself. And those bees are dangerous. If they would hit me, I would lose a life, which I don't want to do. So Tigger masterfully avoids that. And we have 60 honey pots. And here he counts them up and congratulates you. So the thing is, after you collect all these honey pots, Pooh eats them again. So you have to go up to the next level. And as you can see, he's eaten quite a lot. I collected 61 honey pots. Pooh just goes ham and eats them all. And now we go to the next level, Nighttail. Do we have any Eeyore fans here? Because, got a surprise for you. It's Eeyore. And we're only going to see him one time, sadly. He doesn't even appear in future levels. Like, we're going to see Rabbit again, but we're not going to see Eeyore. In a way, I feel like that's part of his character. We only get to see him once. It's a little sad. Now, another thing you might be wondering is, why am I running it on this? The N64. And the reason for that is this game is also on the PlayStation and on the computer, but both of those have those little cutscenes voiced, and that takes up a lot more time. So the N64 version is faster by virtue of that and that alone. And Tigger just murdered one of those little armadillo guys. I don't think that was in the book either, so you get to see a lot of a darker side of the Winnie the Pooh universe in this game. Now, remember those secret areas I talked about? In this level, we have to go in here because we need enough honey pots. So we collect those. Get some honey pots. And I missed a couple there by accident. There we go. This is a little tricky just because you might can accidentally bounce onto the ceiling, or these guys do have weird hitboxes though, so it can be a bit hard to avoid them. There have been multiple times where I've jumped on top of them, and because I didn't hit them right on their head, Tigger actually takes damage. And we have one last enemy to avoid. Ah, avoided that. Little fire keys there. And that is a nighttail. A little bit of a spooky level. It's nighttime. But it's alright, we've collected our honey for Pooh. Now we're coming up to one of the harder parts of the run. This run, in addition to these platformer levels, have 3 minigames. And the first one is Rabbit Says. And it's much like the game Simon Says, if you've ever played that. We're going to engage Rabbit in a game. Alright. I do need to concentrate for this part, so if there are any announcements we have right now, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me get out the incentive sheet. Alright, so we have some big wars coming up for Project Base, Super Metroid Project Base, for saving or killing the animals. Killing the animals is currently $5 in the lead. Not... What? What? Okay, I'm totally not biased or anything, but I like that killing is in the lead. Okay, then we have a bit war coming up for the outfit of Hello Kitty Roller Rescue, where the swimsuit is currently at $10. And the last incentive for one shot is currently at $40 out of $60 for the April Fool's patch. So $20 more, so get your donations in or something. I don't know. Good luck with the one.
Okay, this is pretty tough, but I think I can beat Rabbit. I just feel like the music's not very appropriate. Like, it should be playing Duel of the Fates or something right now. If I was some sort of coder, I would edit the audio files for this game. Down, right. One interesting thing, though, is that usually, like, the first and third ones are always going to be the same. Like, if the first one is down, he'll probably usually make it down at the bottom. I usually like to guess what he's going to do. Down, right, down. Yep, there you go. See? Yeah, it did, Meow Mix. Typically, when people first learn to speedrun, they spend, like, literally hours here. It's kind of like the gelato skip of Super Mario Sunshine. Like, you just gotta keep practicing and get it down. You don't want to get bamboozled by Rabbit, because the rest of the runners, they'll make fun of you for it. I'm also a little off-put by how the background is kind of like two-dimensional when this is a 3D game. It looks a little weird to me. Now, that wasn't just for nothing. We now have a new move. So, as you saw, the only way I could move before was just basically going left and right, and then jumping. So, now Tigger can do this little flappy move where he basically flies. And we're going to see that very soon. Owl is just reminding us what the rabbit told us. So yeah, Tigger is a bird now. Look at this go. Now, here we finally see Pooh. But you know what? If you're a fan of Pooh, then press F, because he's about to die. There he goes. Yep. Pooh's dead. Flew away. May he rest in McFreakin' peace. But, you know, we're still going to collect honey because we're already here. Why not? I think Tigger deserves a little bit of a sweet reward. So I guess Tigger is going to enjoy all this extra honey. Maybe he can even sell some, make some money on the side. But I don't know, I'm not going to tell Tigger how to live his life. That's what I would do personally. And now we enter another secret area. Just like the previous level, this one has plenty of honey that we need. Otherwise we wouldn't be able to beat the level. And jump down here. Go up here. You can grab that one or any others you happen to miss on the way down. And now we go on, continue through the level. Here we have Little Roo. His scarf blew away in the wind. I'm not sure why you would wear a scarf when you know it's going to be incredibly windy out. Kind of feel like a lot of the characters in this universe don't really think things through. And I want to avoid some of these little heat geysers or whatever they are. Another small thing about movement I forgot to mention is currently Tigger moves the fastest after you've been moving in a direction for about 1 or 2 seconds and he starts bouncing on his tail. It may or may not be easy to see, but he actually is moving a little bit faster than when he's just running. And that is a blustery day. Tigger just waved to us. That's the only part in the run where if you keep pressing A when you go to the next level, he'll actually like do something. And we're being chased by some bees here. It's kind of like that one level in what's it, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. You're always being chased by some sort of demon at random intervals. That's basically what's happening here. Except instead of demons, it's 6 bees. Now it's time for everyone's favorite character again. Rabbit. This is one of my favorite cutscenes too. Runs out of nowhere, tells you he's going to be late, and then he jumps off a cliff. Kind of relatable. It's a relatable cutscene. What he's actually doing is revealing that there's a secret area down here. And you know what secret areas mean. Extra honey to get. So, we've got that honey. Means we can continue with the rest of the level. Not today, Mr. Crow. And now here's Piglet. We haven't seen Piglet yet. Somehow he's magically floating on the leaf, and he needs a broom. I guess he's turned into a witch or something. So, yeah. We're not gonna come back, though. He's gonna find his broom on his own. We just had to collect our honey pots. Now, I like this part here. The camera angle changes slightly to prepare you for the next wave of bees that we have to run away from. I guess they felt it was going to make it more dramatic or something. I'm not really sure. And I've actually never, like, stood still to see how easy it is for these bees to catch up with you. We also have 64 honey pots at the moment that's intended. So, it's kind of like Nintendo 64, 64 honey pots, the magic number. So, hop up here because we have to grab a couple of honey pots. The rest we find while we're going through here. And we're at the end of the level. Now I'm basically only getting the bare minimum honey pots that you need, but in 100% you do have to collect every single honey pot, which does involve coming back later because you can't get them all at once. And here we're coming up to our next minigame. This one it's basically the only part of the run that's RNG. There's not really much else except very minor things like enemy movement. Basically, the RNG is you have to throw your stick, Pooh throws his, and you're trying to beat his in a race. And it's RNG on how long Pooh's going to wait until he throws his, and whether he'll throw it higher or lower. And wow, one of the few times where he actually beats me. Or no, I think I won that. I won. Anyway, since there's not much to do here, if there's any more announcements you have, we can go ahead and do that.
Sure. Okay. Let me get up the schedule. Okay. So, today is the last one of the marathon, unfortunately. But, we still have some pretty great ones coming up. For once, there is the Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island and Super Metroid Project Base one from Count Gooby and Linkermeister. There's also the Pepsi Man one where the incentive of the watch the cutscenes, where the incentive of watch the cutscene has been met. And also stuff like one shot where our hosts will make a beautiful one and stuff. And also we will have a special bonus one that I don't talk about yet, but you will see later. Ooh, surprises. Okay.
Yeah, so because this is such heavy RNG, and as you can see, if he throws it up at the top and holds onto the stick for a while, it loses a lot of time. So you could get unlucky and lose a pretty substantial amount of time. Up to 30 seconds, maybe even 50 seconds, I'm not sure how bad it can get. But we do learn our next move here, accordion jump. Oh, and I accidentally went back into the level. I think I can just quit out of it. And you don't get anything for, yeah, quit level. You don't get anything if you beat him again. There's not like some secret mega move that Tigger can learn. But this move is cool, the accordion jump, because it lets us actually skip some cutscenes. Like, there is a owl below me right now, but by jumping over him, I am higher than his, trigger box that would activate his cutscene. So because of that, I don't have to hear him talk, which means I get to save time. Now this level is pretty tricky because you have all these ice water. I will take damage if I fall into it. So I have to wait for these little boxes and other various things to come along. But, ooh, almost fell in the water there. You can go up here and jump over instead of waiting. That saves a little bit of time if you get there in the first one. This owl we unfortunately cannot skip. We have to listen to him tell us about a turtle. I do like turtles, and I'm going to point out something interesting. If you look at these turtles on their heads, they have 3 little hairs, kind of like Eddie from Ed, Edd and Eddy. So I always thought that was kind of cute. This one's kind of weirdly precise. There we go. And jump down, collect these. Oof, fell in the water. Here's another little cutscene skip. Here's Pooh. Goodbye, Pooh. Now, going back to the people needing things, what Pooh actually wants here is an umbrella to keep the bees away. Which, I don't know why he wants an umbrella. And 2, you don't actually see any more bees for the rest of the run. Oh, and I missed that. Right down there is actually the secret area of this level too. Twice. And down in that secret area is where his umbrella is, if you wanted to go and get it for 100%. Alright, there we go. That's another jump that can be a little bit tricky to get. Ooh, avoid that crow. Okay. Now, that accordion jump is actually the fastest way to move at this point. It saves about a second for every time you do it properly. So, I don't do it too much because it's... you need to practice pretty well to be able to, like, not mess up. But, if you watch the world record holder, he just, like, zips on through this level. It's pretty astounding to watch. But regardless, we have come to the end of the level. Collect all the honey pots. We have Please Owl. Now this next level here, pretty spooky. So if you have a friend or a stuffed friend nearby, I would recommend holding on to them. Heffalumps and woozles. as Tigger calls him. So yeah, get ready everyone. Ooh, a bat too. Oh, that bat hit me. Oh yeah, it's getting pretty spooky here. Reminder, if I get hit one more time, Tigger gets banished off to the Shadow Realm. Even worse, this is Kanga. Rue is lost. Somewhere in this spooky, scary cave. And we're not going to rescue him. This is any percent, so tough luck, Rue. Should have thought about that before you decided to be a little adventurer. Can't believe Rue has been found dead in Miami. He's actually right over there, but not gonna save him. You know, now that I actually think of it, because I couldn't think of anything that would be like a donation incentive for this game, but now I'm thinking of it, saving Rue could be one. Donate enough money and the runner will go and save Rue and make sure he gets back to his mom. Or if you don't, then Tigger leads him to his doom. Now there are thorns on his ceiling here, so you can't actually do the accordion jump as often as you could in the other level. Otherwise Tigger would just zoom right up into those spikes and hurt himself. And those spikes do extend there, so you can't jump all the way collecting those honey pots. Yeah, exactly. Rue should realize this was any percent. And this is the most annoying platform in the game. Like, terribly designed. And now we do a shorter jump here. If I went all the way up, I would actually run into Pooh. And yeah, Pooh, he somehow got his head stuck and needs us to come pull him out. And I would have activated that cutscene. But thankfully, with the jump done properly, you can avoid that cutscene and save some time. And these last two guys here. Oh, there he is. Came charging at me. But now we have exited the cave. And now there's one more minigame left. Now, you know how a lot of games often have a twist at the end? Well, movies have a twist. Pieces of media generally have a twist. Now, one of those classic tropes is your friend is actually your enemy. Something like that, you get betrayed, right? Oh, where are you going, Tigger? There we go. So, are you wondering what the twist is in this game? The final boss is a duel with Owl. And we will, of course, be using the traditional dueling method of rock, paper, scissors. Now, this is truly the duel of the fates here. That's right, we can't go to Pooh's party until we defeat the final boss, Owl. Luckily, Owl always chooses paper, scissors, scissors, scissors. So it's not RNG, you know exactly what he's going to do in any percent runs. So I'm going to make mincemeat out of him. Look, I'm picking scissors. Pow! Smashed. So yeah, Owl won't be going to Pooh's party because we're going to kill him. That'll teach him. I like to imagine that it turns out the whole time that Owl was taking all the honey for himself. Oh, time is coming up, by the way, in a couple of seconds. Your last input, which is right now. And that's time. Literally right on estimate. Pre-recorded. So yeah, that's all you have to do. Here's a little cutscene. Christopher Robin, I don't know where he was this whole time. Maybe he was off at school. Yeah, that was the run. So thank everyone for watching. If you're interested in running this game yourself, there is a Discord. You can find it on speedrun.com. It's got resources there. You'll find me. We can help you out. So yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Varldin, for your wonderful pre-recorded run. It was pretty amazing. Thank you. Okay.